Hello guys, welcome back to our 9th tutorial. I've been doing pretty poorly with this, because for the last at least a fortnight, I haven't worked on anything. Pretty bird messed up, and I'm in the server room right now and close to a highway, so if you hear any strange noise, then just have to excuse me. Okay, let's get this started. Okay, desktop and then the folder, DBS, got it out. And today we're going to see how to implement the put request. That's more of modifying our request. Okay, modifying resource. And to modify our resources, let's just come down here, and then we are going to define another method here, which just implements our put request. Okay, so I can do patch or put. Let's just stick to put. Okay, put. So I'm going to define put here, and then here I'm going to pass this half instance and then UID. But here mostly we're going to prepare our request again, which means we're going to look into the Angular posting again, because we're going to use all these fields. Oh, and please guys, you haven't validated our API. Said in our last tutorial that it looks like an animal farm. Sure, it does. Okay, before we prepare the request, we're going to query our model, our database studies, and then you can tell the route, the ID that we want to be modified. Okay, so let's just say here user is equal to our user class. If you are joining us, we imported our user class here. Okay, you can check our model here. So our user class, and then our database what? Come on guys, can't even talk today. Our marshmallow, that we are going to use to serialize our records. So did that, and now we're just going to import. After importing the user class, we're going to query that so that we know the UI that we are going to modify. Our model knows the UID that we want to modify. So we're going to do user.query, and then .get, and we are going to get the UID that we just passed up there. Yes, just make it a little bit nice. This end. So here first name will be just equal to the request that we are going to send from our client, okay, or from our front end. Okay, so we are going to prepare all the responses, and we'll see how to validate this in the next few tutorials, because we still have the delete request pending as well. The delete endpoint pending as well. So let's just get this one aside. Okay, so here what we are going to do, we are going to say that our user that we just queried here. Okay, so we can just say user dot first name is equal to first name. Okay, and then you can say again that user dot, do I duplicate this a couple times? No, let me just type it. So user dot middle name will be equal to the middle name that's coming in there, and then user dot last name will be equal to the last name up there that we're getting from the request. Okay, but why am I even being manual? I can just do user dot first name here and then get done with it. Okay, you can implement that in your application. I'd love to be manual today. Loved. Okay, so user.last name, and then you have user phone number is equal to the phone number passing up there, and then user.email. So user.email is equal to the email again up there, and then user.username is equal to the username you are passing up. Can't even type username. What the heck? Oh, the table is not even the table. The one of the desks I'm using in the server room is higher than, okay, high, tall. Do they even get tall or high? I think it's a high table. That's what they used to beat us on in primary school. They cane you on a high table. It's all being African. Okay, okay, let me do user.password. User.password is equal to the password thing that you, the password field, the password request that you're getting from the password request. Okay, so we're done with that. So the next thing here is just to commit this to the database here. So we're just going to do db.session.commit here. That works like that, and then after that we're going to just return you remember our user schema. Oh, you can now go back I'm not going back to this again, but you can go back to our previous tutorial and see what that means. Yep, so we're going to serialize this using our schema. Yeah, because we're modifying a record, not user schema. So return user schema, and then what we are going to do is just to dump, and then we're just going to dump the user that we just prepared here. And maybe, just maybe, you can just do the status code to one for is it modified, created? Oh, you can search the status code for modified when you modify a resource here. Okay, that's that. So that just works like that. But again, you can just see if you can implement the checks. You can do a try catch here. So we're going to try this. Right, you can try this one here. And then if that one works, then we'll just return the serialized user, or if it fails, except return. We're going to return, just do JSONify here, and then you can just do JSON here, JSON there, yes. Or you can just do return, no, come on, don't correct me, return response is equal to this one here, and our this one is not just a this one, it's a JSON with a with the key and the values of message, and then our message here is just going to be simple. You can just do an error occurred here, an error occurred, and you can just figure out the kind of errors that you're dealing with here. You have a connection to the database, one thing, and then the next thing is probably a compromised database. No, not here anymore. The only thing that can happen here is one, the resource is not available, maybe the user was already deleted, such kind of stuff here. Okay, so check, we can just say check if resource exists. Yep, that one is a bit decent. And can you do a status code for that? I don't think so. You can do that. So we are going to return JSON, okay? Return response. Yeah, return response there. So that one works like that. And then maybe finally here we can close the database db.session dot course. Easy peasy. Okay, now here you can come down here and then you can change purge to put, or you can just leave it at purge. Still will work, but put synonymous with modifying records mostly. Okay, let's go back to our REST client Insomnia. Okay, here we're going to find in our request, and you see it's more of going to be the same with the it's more of going to be the same with the registration endpoint. Yeah, the post request. Yeah, so you can just duplicate this and then let me move it down there. Perfect. And then we're going to say modify. Is it modify? Let's give it a better name. Maybe update. Yeah, you can go with update. Yeah, we are updating or modifying. So update / modify user descriptive. Yeah, tell you I like descriptive stuff. Okay, so here instead of post we are going to do put. Yeah, and then one more thing here before I find the request. First I'm going to restart. I'm going to activate my virtual environment. Let's start with that. PPNV shell git, and then I'll come back here and just get the user ID. Okay, let me just do get user. I don't want to do by ID. Let me query this. Come on, haven't even run my application, so let's just do flask run. Interesting stuff. Now I can send this. No cancel request. It's going to delay. Just let's wait. Oh, come on, this is ridiculous. Excellent. So we have a user with UID1 and username angel88@yahoo.com. I'm sorry, Angel, have your record here, but we say this is a fake record. Yeah, my database is fake according to our tutorial. So we're going to modify this. We are going to modify this this user. Yeah, so we can just copy the JSON there, and then let's come here. So this is our user. Let's paste it here. We need to do our username and replace this. So this is our username. Hold on, what if I just query this and modify? I don't want to, because next time I'm going to generate that request. So here's our request ID number 101. Yeah, 101 is that's my username. I don't want to mess things up here, so it's a little bit tricky. So let's come here. You see. All right, so I'm going to just modify 101. I already even mapped it on my URL, my query request URL. So we are going to point this to base URL users, and then user ID number 101, which is just my user that I created. Yeah, so I'm going to modify this. Instead of, I need to do a middle name there, I'm going to do a G, and then I'll just leave everything as it is. Yeah, I want to waste time here. So let's fire this, and boom, we have a modified resource, which is interesting. Yeah, so that's how you modify resources. So I could just query everything again here. Where we, let me just get users, everything here. Yes, and then they're sorted by UID. So let me just come here. Oh damn, somewhere in 101 where you have my record here, and why am I not even returning the last name? Could you guys figure out why the middle name is not being returned here? Can you guys figure out why? But you can just figure out why, because you remember where we were serializing our data. Yup, I think the problem is there. It's not even a problem here. Last name, middle name. Oh, we serialize our middle name. So you guys, you're going to figure out what happened there, and then you post in the comment section. You're learning. Yeah, okay, so see you guys in the next tutorial. We're going to see how to implement the delete request. Yep, the delete request is next. So I'm packaging this, and then I'll throw it on my YouTube channel. Yes, and then see you guys later.